My sister got pregnant by my husband while living with us and wants me to leave so they can be a family, but now she feels scammed because my husband owns nothing. I'm 34 years old, and I let my 28-year-old sister, Julie, move in with me a couple of months ago because she was in dire financial straits. She had lost her job when her company shut down. 2 weeks later, she fell seriously ill with the West Nile virus. After discussing it with our parents, I decided she could stay with me for a few weeks so I could care for her, monitor her recovery, and help her save on rent, since she clearly couldn't work for a while. She was at her lowest point then, and I stepped in to help because our parents live far away and she doesn't have many friends who could support her. It's what I'd do for any family member or friend in need. But she repaid me by having an affair with my husband. Worse, she had the gall to tell me I should leave the house so they could build their happy little family, claiming she was pregnant. This all unfolded a couple of days ago. Julie asked my husband and me to sit in the living room, saying she had something important to announce. I assumed she was finally moving out. She'd recovered well over the past few weeks, and I figured she'd say she was going back to work and leaving us behind. Instead, she dropped the bombshell that she and my husband had been having an affair for weeks and that she was now pregnant. I glanced at my husband, and he looked as shocked as I felt. Clearly, she hadn't clued him in before blurting it out, which explains a lot. After revealing she was carrying his child, she said she knew it'd be a shock and was sorry it happened, but the past couldn't be undone. Then she asked me to kindly vacate the house, saying she'd feel awkward around me in her condition. I was livid, but I kept it together. Calmly, I told her I wasn't going anywhere. This property is mine. If anyone was leaving, it'd be her and my cheating husband. They could start their family elsewhere because I was filing for divorce and wanted them both out of my sight. I spoke as evenly as I could, reining in my anger to handle it with dignity. They'd blindsided me, and I wasn't about to let them see me unravel. When I said it was my house and I wasn't budging, Julie insisted I had to go. She thought I was kidding. Then my husband chimed in, confirming I wasn't joking. He explained he's a stay-at-home husband and always has been. Turns out, he'd fed her a pack of lies from the start. Some context: my husband and I have been together for 8 years, married for the last 5. A few months after our wedding, I took a leap and started my own business. Thankfully, it's thrived, so we agreed he could stay home and pursue writing, a hobby he could now chase full-time. For 4 years, he's been working on his great novel and handling chores. We don't have kids, so he doesn't have much to keep him busy. Everything, the house, the assets, is in my name because I bought it all, and we both felt that was fair. I bet he's kicking himself now. The fallout when he admitted to Julie that he owned nothing and had lied about everything. She lost it. She started screaming, calling him a scammer and a liar. It was amusing to watch her turn on him, but I wasn't in the mood for their drama. I just wanted them gone. I stepped in, stopped their shouting match, and told them to get out immediately. I wasn't giving them a grace period. I wanted them out of my life then, and their my husband's no fool. He knew he was done for. Self-respect and dignity mean everything to me, and I don't forgive cheaters. Quietly, he went a pack. Julie, though, dropped to her knees, begging me to let her stay, saying she'd fix everything but needed a place to live. She argued I couldn't evict a pregnant woman, especially one carrying my nephew. That family card set me off. I grabbed her arm, pulled her up, marched her to the door, and shoved her out. I was rough, and I didn't care. How dare she call us family after sleeping with my husband, only to play that excuse now? She pleaded from outside, but I slammed the door. Then I stormed to the guest room, stuffed her things into her suitcases, carelessly, not minding if anything broke. and tossed them out within minutes. I told her to leave or I'd call the police. She kept sobbing, but I shut the door and went inside. A few minutes later, my husband emerged with his bags, mumbling apologies I ignored. Julie lingered on the porch, crying and begging for an hour after he left. I put on headphones and tuned her out. Eventually, her whining stopped. She was gone. That night, I called my lawyer, explained everything, and said I wanted a divorce filed. I planned to tell friends and family later, but the next day, my parents called, horrified at what I'd done. To them, I'd been cruel and heartless to Julie, who'd had a rough time lately. It baffled me. My parents had always treated us equally, no favoritism. Yet here they were, defending her, and it stung. They knew she was pregnant and said I couldn't kick her out, especially since she was jobless and recovering from a serious illness. It'd take her time to rebound, they argued, and she had no one else nearby to care for her as well as I could. Her friends were in the same financial boat, too busy with their own lives to help. As her sister, they said, I should forgive her stupidity and support her. They even blamed my husband, claiming he seduced her. He told her he owned everything, posing as a successful, anonymous writer of novels and scripts to avoid fame. Julie, naive as she is, bought it, thought he was a big deal, and seduced him. When she got pregnant, she figured it was time to tell me about the affair so they could boot me out. Their plan imploded, especially since she hadn't looped him in beforehand, ruining it for both of them. I stood my ground. What sister? I asked them. I don't have a sister. I argued I had every right to kick her out. She chose to sleep with my husband. Whether he was complicit or not, she was equally guilty. They teamed up to betray me. Why would I toss him out and let her stay like nothing happened? I didn't care about her pregnancy or her jobless state. I'd already factored that in when I let her stay for months. She thanked me by screwing my husband under my roof. It's not like she was heavily pregnant and helpless. She was likely only a few weeks along and could cope. Even at 9 months, I'd have evicted her for what she did. She was ready to ditch me when she thought the house was his. So this is poetic justice. My parents fixated on how harsh I'd been with her, repeating it endlessly. I got fed up and hung up. They wouldn't drop it, and we haven't spoken since. You think I was wrong to kick my pregnant sister out of my house. Update 1: some people think kicking a pregnant woman out is awful, but letting her stay under my roof was unthinkable. It's insane. Thankfully, most agree I was justified and that Julie should find her own place. Yesterday, I blocked my parents. This has hit me hard, but I can't pause work to heal. I'm the boss. I'll put up a strong front and push through. At work, it's business as usual, but at home I crumble. I'm emotionally wrecked. I'd hidden the cracks for days, but the pain's sinking in now. My lawyer and I filed for divorce a couple of days ago, and my husband should be served soon. He won't fight it. He knows I'd make him regret it. Still, it hurts. Winning the divorce won't fix this. After 8 years, I can't fathom why he'd cheat with my sister. I thought we were in love, destined to grow old together. Now I question everything. Maybe she wasn't the first, just the first I caught. That thought shatters me, but all I can do is accept it and move on. He hasn't reached out since I kicked him out, unlike my parents and Julie, who just want me to take her back for free rent. It's maddening that my parents side with her. They never played favorites growing up, treating us equally. Now I don't know what to think. I had no big expectations of Julie. We weren't close, but we got along fine, so I helped her. We had a spare room, and my parents wanted it too. Family helps family, right? I never expected this betrayal. This knife in the back after months of support. Why parents are different. They'd always been fair, so I thought they'd be mad at Julie. They're not thrilled with her, per our last talk, but they kept saying the damage was done. We should accept it and move forward. I don't get what's wrong with them. Their stances crush my respect for them, and I doubt it'll return. I'm exhausted, focusing only on work while my personal life collapses. I haven't told friends yet, but I'll need to. My husband and I share a circle, and I'd rather they hear it from me. I don't know what he'd say or what to expect from anyone anymore. I'm prioritizing work staying solid and the divorce process. He's 90% likely to accept my fair terms, but I'm prepping for any curveballs. I'm keeping my head clear to avoid a breakdown. That's the last thing I need. Venting here helps, and I'm so grateful for your support and comments. You don't know how much it means. Update 2 as expected. After being served, my husband texted me he won't contest the divorce and finds the terms fair. Then he said he'd been mulling over apologies, but felt they'd ring hollow. So, he texted an apology, saying he'd lied to Julie to impress her, feeling emasculated by owning nothing and relying on me financially. With no kids, he couldn't even claim stay-at-home dad pride. He felt worthless. His stalled novel made him think he'd wasted 4 years. Depressed but in denial, he couldn't talk to me. When Julie came along, he lied to her before realizing how twisted it was. Soon, they were sleeping together. He thought it'd be a one-off, felt guilty, but couldn't stop his escape from reality. Then she got pregnant, and that awful talk 2 weeks ago blew everything up. He regrets it all, swears it was his only affair, and hopes I'll forgive him someday. Reading it, I cried. It's another reminder of what I lost. I thought we had love, but it vanished in a day. Anyone who's been cheated on gets this pain. I could vilify him to cope, but it still aches. I hated crying over it, but afterward, I blocked him without replying. He didn't deserve a response, and I won't forgive him now, it's too raw. Later, I got annoyed. All he had to do was talk to me. I never shamed him for staying home. I admired his creativity, unlike my practical self. Maybe his ego couldn't take it, or others' jabs got to him, but after 8 years, he owed me honesty. We married to support each other. I'd have helped him through it. Instead, he chose Julie, landing us here. It's pathetic he lied to seem bigger. I loved him as is, but that wasn't enough. It'll never make sense. Julie's motive I get. She wanted my life, effortless, via pregnancy with a rich guy. Now I'll ignore her. Post-divorce, he's history. Update 3 after a quiet few days. My parents showed up this morning. Odd. They rarely visit since moving to Dad's hometown for the family business. Usually, Julie and I went to them. Their flight here was a red flag. They wanted to talk about her. I told them at the door, if it's about Julie, I'm not listening. Sundays are sacred. I'd said my piece, and so had they. I'd let them in only if they apologized first. Take it or leave it. They insisted we had to discuss Julie. It wasn't right how I treated them or her. We're family. We handle things differently, they said. That family line again, I snapped. This isn't family. Not my ideal one. Sure, our family's different. Her betting my husband, me kicking her out. I tore into them, shutting down their stammered excuses. Mom ended up in tears. My house, my rules, especially since they ambushed me. They should lecture Julie, the wrongdoer. Dad said I'm an awful daughter for making Mom cry and never wants to talk again. Fine. They can call me crazy. I know I'm not. They're the unhinged ones, Julie included. Update 4. It's been a month. No contact with Julie or my parents, who are funding her. My soon-to-be ex is with his folks, planning to move states post-divorce. I don't know about the kid. Most friends know and have cut him off. Some stay neutral. My life's stabilizing. I'll guard my peace fiercely. Not happy yet, but calmer than last month. I'll get there. Bad times end, right? Update 5. Recent news. Julie lost the pregnancy, blaming me for stressing her out. Parents agree. They're not bugging me directly. Neutral folks relay it, claiming impartiality while accusing me of causing a miscarriage over pride. Funny, none of them took her in. By their logic, they're guilty too. I tried being a good sister, but betrayal makes her a stranger. If she cared about her baby, she wouldn't have slept with my husband or used protection. This isn't normal to some, but I don't care. Irrational accusations aren't worth my time. Update 6. My ex called hours ago, not to reconcile, but we're civil, so I answered. He's owned his mistake and eased the divorce. So no grudge, not worth the energy. He confirmed Julie was never pregnant. He'd asked for proof and doctor visits. She dodged. When she claimed a miscarriage, she had no evidence, nor did our parents. She just announced it one day. Case closed. A big screw you to everyone who blamed me. Parents want to mend things and cut Julie off since no grandkids coming. Too late. I wanted their support when I was betrayed. Julie lost a sister, home, and help by sleeping with my husband and faking a pregnancy. Parents lost me for backing a lie. They should hit Vegas. They'd ace it.